Let's find out in Marvel Champions Magneto Hero Pack. Hello,
What he
everyone. I'm Dave.
And I'm Dirk.
Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. And this is our unboxing of the Magneto Hero Pack. The last of the mutants cycle for a while.
I was going to say, that's what you say.
Yeah. Well, I don't suspect we're going to get another mutant for a while.
You know they're going to do them eventually.
Oh, yeah.
They'll come back to them.
But probably 2026 would be the earliest, be my guess. All right, so let's see what we've got in here.
You've got cards. That's what you've got, Dave.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching.
Stream's over. No, I'm kidding. Turn the live stream into a short.
Yeah, the live short. All right. So, yeah, if you're new to... I'm going to switch... well, we'll keep this for now. So, if you're new to Hero Packs, there is something under the flap. So, you'll want to make sure you don't throw that away.
So, it's not unflappable, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's a card that... it's a good protection card that I like. All right, so, yeah. So, we have a poster here of Magneto.
Or more importantly, we have the backside of the poster.
And the backside of the poster usually has some kind of rules. So I don't see anything special, but if this is the first product that you've purchased outside the core pack, there is some new keywords that were not in the base set. So we've got...
Are they ones we've seen before?
Yeah, we've seen...
Okay.
It looks like we've seen all these. So we got player side schemes, which is a hero card version of the side schemes. Linked with, and then it says card title. So these are cards that you set aside in the beginning of the game that are attached to a specific card that you play it, then they come in. Steady means it takes 2 stuns or confused to stun or confuse. Villainous means the minion gets a boost card as well as, when they attack or scheme. And Victory X. So Victory X is a card that goes in the victory display and will not come back. So like a side scheme that says Victory 1 would give you 1 experience point in the campaign,
If they go in a campaign, like if you build your own campaign, that's
Right.
how you can get
Right.
your points for upgrading.
Yeah. Or Galaxy's Most Wanted. That was how you purchased upgrades in the market.
Yep.
Okay. So let's switch views. Oops, there we go. And,
Shazam.
yeah, so I had a card that I was using to test the setup, so that's what that card was. So I forgot to remove it.
Now you're making us look unprofessional again.
Yep.
Like I don't do that enough as it is.
Yeah, unlike yesterday.
What, me? Who? No. What I do?
That's what I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, what you did. I remember what you did.
Yeah. But that's been edited out now. Okay, so first let's look at the alter ego. So we have Eric Leisher. Okay. He's got a 3 recovery. He's a mutant. He's got hand size 6, 10 hit points. Survivor. Response. After you change to this form, shuffle the top 3 cards of your discard pile into your deck.
Oh, so you actually have to make sure you keep them in order then.
Well, you're always supposed to keep them.
I know you're supposed to, but normally it doesn't matter. Now it matters.
Yeah.
Okay, and his hero side, he's a 2/2/2. He has X-Men trait, and he's the magnetic pull. So as an action, you can discard cards from the top of your deck until a magnetic card is discarded. And we did a preview of him to where we saw some of the cards, not all of them. And so we do know that he's got a lot of magnetic cards.
Yeah.
And then after you do that, add that card to your hand, limit once per round.
Okay.
And his hand size is 5.
And instead of a signature ally, I don't know if he has one, but normally that's card 1. We have Asteroid M, which is a 2-cost support, location magnetic, so that's one of the magnetic cards. Alter ego action. Exhaust Asteroid M. Shuffle the topmost magnetic card in your discard pile into your deck and heal 1 damage from your identity. So, in addition to the 3 for flipping, you can get the topmost magnetic card.
So if you've got a crew quarter as well, then you're getting 5 or 2 even without healing or tapping, exhausting. Okay, so then we have Magneto's helmet. It's a 3-cost upgrade. It's armor. It's also magnetic. But when he has it on, he gains steady. And as a resource action, you can exhaust the helmet to generate a wild resource for a magnetic card.
Okay. Then we have Magneto's armor, another magnetic card, 2-cost upgrade, armor magnetic, response. After you resolve your magnetic pull ability, if you discarded at least one of the following resource icons, mental, he gets +1 thwart, strength, he gets +1 attack, energy, he gets +1 defense. Okay, so yeah, because when he has that, you discard cards to get a magnetic card. So yeah, you keep track and you can beef up your basic stats.
So since it does say what a
At least one of the following resource icons.
resource icon, so
Yeah,
a wild won't count.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Then we've got Magneto's cape. It's a 2-cost upgrade. It's also magnetic and armor. But when he's got it, Magneto gains the aerial trait. And after you resolve your magnetic pull ability, exhaust the cape to ready him.
Okay.
Okay, so he can play things like Angel at a discount.
All right. And his next card is a 3-cost upgrade, magnetic bubble, magnetic superpower. Magneto gains retaliate 1. When you would take any amount of damage, place it here. Then if there's at least 6 damage here, discard magnetic bubble. So you got temporary retaliate, I guess.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just love the concept of a magnetic bubble. I mean, wouldn't that just be like a magnetic field or something maybe? I don't know, whatever. All right, so next we've got 2 copies of Warped in Metal, which is a 2-cost upgrade. And
Or wrapped.
Oh, wrapped in metal. Yeah, wrapped in metal, or same thing. Wrapped in metal. So it is a magnetic card. It is in hero form only, so you cannot do this while you're an alter ego. But you attach to a non-elite minion, and then the attached minion cannot activate. Treat its printed text box as if it were blank. So basically, that is a way that you can, if you have a non-elite enemy that is kind of like a headache for whatever reason, you could keep it out of play with that. Or there's other things you can do.
All right, so we got a 2-cost event, 2 copies of Electromagnetic Blast. It's magnetic superpower thwart. So far, every card of his kit is magnetic.
Except for him.
Yeah, which he should be. So then you can get team building.
That would be funny.
Remove 3 threat from a scheme.
Maybe that's why they did not.
If this removes the last threat from that scheme, you may discard an attachment with the text hero action or hero response. Okay, so you got kind of built-in Sunfire with a thwart event. That's pretty cool.
Okay. But let's see. Doesn't say. Wow, and it does not specify non-elite or anything on that, so that's pretty cool. All right, so now we've got 2 copies of Metal Shards. It's a 3-cost event. It's an attack event. It's a magnetic, and it's super powered. So you could definitely get this thing out a little bit cheaper. But as a hero action, it's an attack. Deal 7 damage to an enemy. If this attack defeats that enemy, gain a tough status card. So 7 is going to defeat most enemies. So,
all right, and then this is a card that Dirk alluded to. This was previewed in the preview article we had a few months ago. 2 copies of Magnetic Missile. It's a 1-cost event. Magnetic Superpower. Hero action. Discard a minion with Wrapped in Metal attached. Deal 5 damage to an enemy and stun it. So this is like what the Magneto villain was doing, but now we have the same powers in the hero. Kind of like the Nebula villain, Nebula hero. So
kind of, but it feels like it's actually a little bit more so in this. I mean, it's very much steeped in this. All right, then we have Masters of Magnetism. So we have 2 copies of this. It is a dual resource, but instead of 2 of the same, it is an energy and a mental. And let's see.
It's magnetic.
And it is magnetic, but it does not specify that it goes to anything particular. So you can get it with your ability, but you cannot.
All right, yeah. So all 15 of his cards were magnetic. So that's pretty
except
cool.
for him.
Yeah. Well, he's not in his own deck. So, all right.
He is his own deck.
He came in with leadership. So we got an ally here. M, 4-cost ally, 2 thwart, 3 attack, but 2 consequential. For
M
the
for
attack.
magnetic.
Uh, it's 4 hit points. She's psionic, not magnetic. She's psionic X-Men, so team building with the X-Men part, I guess. Response: after M enters play, defeat a minion with fewer remaining hit points than M, and it does not say non-elite minion. So you've got the Ronin minion down to 3 hit points or less. You could just finish him off. That's pretty cool.
So yeah, you do have to have it down below, or is it equal to? No, fewer. So it does have to be 3 or less. But
Yeah.
all right, then we have Kid Omega. So he is a 2-cost ally. He is psionic X-Men as well. He's got 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 health. And as a response, after he enters play, you can choose to either spend a energy to deal 1 damage to each enemy area of effect, so no retaliate, or spend a mental to remove 1 threat from each scheme. And it does not say side scheme, so it will remove it from the main.
Kind of like Bishop, you've got the energy and the mental in your built-in resource. All right. Then we've got Phoenix, which when the camera cooperates, okay. She's a 3-cost ally, 2 thwart, 1 attack, psionic X-Men, 3 hit points. After Phoenix enters play, choose an X-Men ally, ready that ally, and heal 1 damage from it. So we got a lot of psionic allies, so this will help with like Psylocke and Phoenix.
Yeah, I did notice that almost all the allies are psionic.
Yeah, except for this one.
Then we have, but he is Cyclops. He's still Psy. So Cyclops, he's a 3-cost ally. He's got 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 health. Well, I'm kind of surprised. I figured he'd have more health than that. But as a response, after Cyclops enters play, choose an enemy. Until the end of the phase, increase the amount of damage that enemy takes from each attack by 1. That's why.
That's pretty cool.
Okay. Ooh, I do like that, though.
Especially if you're the first player in multiplayer.
Yep. And it doesn't matter who attacks him, so yeah.
Right.
That's nice.
All right. Then we've got 3 copies of a support. The cost 1, won't stay down. It's a condition. Play only if your identity has the X-Force or X-Men trait. Max 1 per player. Alter Ego action. Discard this card. Return an X-Force or X-Men ally from your discard pile to your hand. Okay?
Okay. All right. Then we have 3 copies of Squared Off. Squared Off is a 0-cost event. It's a tactic. And as a hero action, you can discard from the encounter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play, engage with you, and then play an ally from your hand, reducing its cost by 3. So, not quite, but yeah, we've definitely seen that capability. Something very similar to that.
All right.
One of my favorite Justice cards.
Then we got 3 copies of Noble Sacrifice. That's a 1-cost event. It's a tactic, so Cyclops would like this. Hero action. Discard an ally you control. Heal damage from your hero equal to the ally's printed hit points, and give your hero a tough status card.
Oh. Okay, then we've got 3 copies of You Got This, which is a 1-cost event. Again, it's a tactic, so that's 3 tactics in a row. After you exhaust your hero to make a basic thwart or attack, discard an ally you control. Add that ally's matching power to your hero's power for this use, and then ready your hero. So, hey,
All right.
there's another way for me to get Maria off the board.
All right. Then
That's all I need is more.
Then we got a player side scheme. It's new recruits, cost 0, victory 0. Play only if your identity has the X-Men trait. Each player chooses 1 set aside new ally and add it to their hand, and it's got 2 threat per player. Now, if you want to know where those new allies are, they're actually in the back of the pack after the stop card. So
Yeah, we'll go ahead and jump to them.
we're going to jump to them real quick. Okay, so there's 4 of them because you can play up to 4 players. So the first one
We've got here is Surge. So Surge is a 2-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 2 health, and they're linked. And then I actually think do they all have the same ability?
No.
No,
They have different abilities, but they have the same 2 thwart, 2 attack, and 2 hit points.
Oh, okay.
And cost.
But if you have a mutant or X-Men trait, Surge gets +1 attack and does not account against your ally limit.
Okay. Yeah, the second one is Annihilate. Everything's the same except for you get +1 thwart and does not count against your ally limit if you're a mutant or X-Men. Now, of course, the multiplayer, if someone's not playing a mutant or X-Men, they would not get the bonus, but they still get the ally.
Yep.
And these go in your hand instead of in play, so
Yep.
you do have to pay 2 to get them out.
Okay, and now we have Bling. Same thing, except for that Bling gains toughness if you have the mutant or X-Men trait.
Okay.
And I like the fact that it's mutant or X-Men, so if you're playing an X-Men character, it happens regardless of which side. But if you're playing X-Force and an alter ego, you'll still get it.
Yeah. Okay, then we have Indara, who his power...
Indra, yeah.
Indra, okay. Is +2 hit points. So you have 4 hit points instead of 2.
Yeah, back to our regularly scheduled program.
Yeah, and then...
Okay, so...
those 4 cards, like I said, you start the game with them set aside, and then they come in when the new recruits is played.
And they do say that they're linked, so you cannot just put these into just a standard deck. You have to bring them in with the new recruits.
Yes.
All right, so back to the deck that he came with. We've got White Queen here. She is a 3-cost ally, Psionic X-Men. So again with the Psionics. Huh?
Yeah, I just like...
Oh.
He can't use Power of the Mind, but Power of the Mind would be really good for this deck.
Yeah, but she is 2 thwart, 1 attack, and you can play only if you have X-Force or X-Men trait. As a response, after she enters play, discard a status card from a character. So you can either discard a bad one off of one of your characters, or toughness off of bad guy.
All right. Then we have a 0-cost event called Face the Past. Max 1 per deck. Search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for your Nemesis minion and reveal it. Ready your hero and draw 3 cards. So this is the basic version of One Way or Another. You cannot attack the villain this phase, and then remove this card from the game. So it's a one-time use.
Yeah, it's a one-shot, and I did find it interesting. I mean, this is the first max 1 per deck event, isn't it? Not counting a starting a hero card.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think maybe. As far as events, I think it is.
Maybe.
All right. Then we've got the Def Focus. So it's the same as the previous Def Focus, except it's got the new artwork that is X-Men themed.
So, for people who may not be familiar with Def Focus.
Okay, so if somebody hasn't played Def Focus, shame on you. Learn it. Well, it's a good card.
The only way you can get this card before was to buy Galaxy's Most Wanted.
True. So Def Focus is max 1 per player. It's a 1-cost upgrade. It's a skill. But as a hero action, you can exhaust Def Focus to reduce the resource cost of the next superpower card you play by 1.
All right. And then we've got the 3 basic resources with the X-Men art. So we got Phoenix, we got Beast, and I forget this guy's name. But okay, so that's the X-Men art.
All right, and then to his obligation here is Old Grievances. So whenever this card comes up, you give it to the Eric Leshner player, and as a forced response, after he uses his magnetic pull ability, he takes the damage for each card discarded this way. And then, as an alter ego action, you can exhaust him to discard this. So it does not go away. It will just keep coming back.
All right. And then his nemesis is Exodus. 2 scheme, 2 attack, 6 hit points, Acolyte, Elite, Psionic. Steady, toughness, villainous. After Exodus attacks you, discard cards from the top of your deck equal to his total attack.
Okay. All right. Then his Nemesis side scheme, Martyr for Mutants. So it's when defeated, the defending player discards the top 9 cards of their deck. It's got 3 threat per player, and it has a hold on, wait a minute. Amplify.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Then
I'm getting better.
Yeah, until we actually play games with
until
people.
Somebody actually asks me.
Yeah, on the cruise or something.
Yeah.
Okay, then we have Fabian Cortez, 2 scheme, 2 attack, 4 hit points. He's an Acolyte, Guard. When defeated, the the defeating player, not the definitive player, the defeating player discards the top 4 cards of their deck. And if it comes out as a boost card, discard the top 4 cards of your deck.
Okay. So he definitely likes to mill you with his
Yeah.
with his nemesis. Then we've got Frenzy, who is a minion that is 2 scheme to attack for health. He has Quick Strike. He is an acolyte, and as a force response, after he attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. So he's going to come out, swing at you, and you're going to discard immediately. Oh, and the boost ability. Oh, it has one, yeah. The boost ability is you discard the top 4 cards of your deck. So he's getting you one way or another.
Angry Acolyte. When revealed, each Acolyte minion engaged with a player activates against that. Activates against that player. If no minion activates this way, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an Acolyte minion is discarded. Reveal that minion.
I'm trying to remember. We have other acolytes?
We do have other.
Yeah.
There's an acolyte.
Oh, that could really hurt.
There's because Exodus is Gambit's. No, not Gambit's. But Exodus showed up before as someone's minion nemesis, and then we have an acolyte encounter set as well.
We could make this really. We're going to have to do that sometime.
So then now we have this card. This tells you that the cards before were his pre-built. And the 4 new allies after this divider can be put into play by the new recruits player side scheme and should be set aside along the Magneto's pre-built deck. And then if you want to rebuild the precon, there is the deck.
All right. And then other cards that came with him additionally, but that are not actually part of his deck. He came out with this card here. This is a great card. 3 copies of it. It is a 1-cost support. It's called Children of the Atom. You can play under any player's control, maximum 1 per player. But each X-Factor, X-Force, and X-Men character you control gains X-Force, X-Factor, and X-Men traits. So if you have one of them, you will now have all 3 of them when this card is in play under your control.
Yeah, so I just thinking throw this card in with Psylocke with the new allies that we have, and then her team building would work.
No, team building is going to be so much better now, actually.
Yeah, and also Power of the Mind would Power of Mind would work anyways. They're psionic, but yeah. No, I mean that's pretty nice where people can use the iPack and the X-Jet.
Ooh, you know what? I'm already picturing a basic deck where I'm playing an X-Men, and I'm playing 3 copies of this, and I'm playing 3 copies of Honorary X-Men.
Oh, so you could turn the other players.
So I could turn everybody into X-Men and thin my deck out at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have a new encounter set.
So this encounter set is the Hellfire encounter set. First one we have here is Sebastian Shaw. He is a minion that is 1 scheme, 1 attack, 5 health.
2 attack.
Oh, 2 attack. I'm sorry. 1 scheme, 2 attack, 5 health. He's got toughness and villainous. And as a forced response, after he is attacked, give him a face down boost card. He cannot be attacked again this phase. Ooh. So you've got to make sure you hit him hard enough to kill him, or he's getting a boost. Oh, and he has 3, not boost, I forget what they're called.
3 boost icons.
3 boost icons, yeah.
All right, then we have Celine, she's 1 scheme, 1 attack, 4 hit points, Hellfire, Quick Strike, Villainous. Allies cannot attack Celine. Sorry, Yondu.
Are all the Hellfire going to be villainous?
Yeah, probably.
We'll see.
And then as a boost icon, discard an ally you control.
Okay.
Nope, not all of them villainous.
Oh, we have Hellfire pawns. So is there just one of them?
Yeah.
Okay, so we just got 1 pawn. So
we've seen them before.
They can't play a full game. Yeah, but he's 1 scheme, 2 attack. He's a Hellfire minion. He's got guard, patrol, and surge, and he's got 3 health. And then as a boost, if he comes out as a boost, then you put the pawn into play engaged with you. So he's coming out.
And then the Hellfire side scheme is called the Inner Circle. When revealed, place 2 additional threat here for each Hellfire card in play. And it's got Amplify, and it's 4 threat to remove it.
Okay, so it's not per player, it's just 4. Okay. Then we have the Treachery card that comes with it is Power and Decadence. And, gee, you notice they're wearing masks. That's important.
Yeah, this is Dirk's group.
Yep, this is my group. I found my people.
Unfortunately.
So, when revealed, give the villain a tough status card. Give this card to the villain as a face-down boost card. And when it is a boost, after this activation, the activating enemy activates against you again. Do not give it a boost card for this activation. Okay. So they're gonna hit you twice. Not as strong the second time, probably, but twice.
All right. So one card I can see immediately that would be useful for Magneto would be the Digging Deep resource that came with Domino. And it also helps negate the Nemesis set a little bit. Because
it does, but the Digging Deep, however, is a wild resource, so if that's the only one you flip up, well, you don't get your abilities from...
you keep flipping until you get a Magnetic card.
Right, but I'm saying if you flip a Digging Deep and then... What is the card?
I don't know.
What's it called? His Asteroid? No, not the Asteroid. The Armor. If you notice the Armor...
Yeah, but you don't...
If that's the only card you discard as part of it...
But it won't be the only card you discard.
Oh, that's right, the Magnetic card.
Right, unless it's the last card in your deck or something.
True. Which you're probably not going to be doing it if it's the last card of your deck, because you'll already see your discard. You can look at your discard pile, so you'll know.
Yeah, unless you're going to be a resource short during the hero phase.
Yeah.
But, I mean, during the Nemesis...
That's right, because the last card is also discarded.
Yeah, during the Nemesis, it won't matter, because you have no choice. Because it says discard the top 9 cards or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So anyways, looking forward to trying it out. Dirk and I, we like to play the precons each before we break it down and build decks. So we will be doing that.
There's a posse card that he'll like too. Which one is it? The one that
White Fox?
Yeah, White Fox, because if you discard her, then she goes into play.
Right. Yeah.
So
Digging Deep and White Fox would be good in his deck.
Yep.
Although Posse doesn't help you as far as Children of the Atom or team building, but still, the fact that you can...
No, but she's a way to come in for free.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like and subscribe.